Hello! Today we will learn two topics. First, how to create the organizational structure of the production company. And second, how to register production equipment. Equipment accounting is a part of the manufacturing subsystem. Let me remind you that we have a legal entity, SBS Manufacturing GmbH, created for production purposes. The company consists of the following departments: the Central Dispatcher Department, Workshop 1 and Workshop 2. The Central Dispatcher Department is in charge of enterprise production planning. It also manages production orders. Workshop 1 and Workshop 2 carry out the production orders. Hover boats are assembled in Workshop 1. Since the company can recruit additional production workers, we assume Workshop 1 has unlimited production capacities. The equipment is at Workshop 2, where the footboards, autocases, and the harness are manufactured. The company uses two 3D printers and a harness cutting machine for production. Production capacity of Workshop 2 depends on availability of 3D printers. To use them efficiently, we use the Manufacturing Execution System, MES. In our infobase, the organizational structure of production departments is configured as follows. The Central Dispatcher Department prepares a production plan based on sales plans underpinned by demand forecasts. It also determines production schedules for the workshops within a given time fence. A local dispatcher plans to fulfill the production stages based on the production schedule. When creating production stages, one's ERP takes into account the availability of work centers, as well as the provision of necessary materials. Workshop foremen assign jobs to responsible employees in their workshops within given time fences. The company follows the MRP2 approach. So, select the production management method, planning by material and production resources. To plan and execute technological operations, one's ERP introduces the concept of work centers. A work center includes an equipment unit and labor costs associated with it. Work centers can represent single machines, production lines, individual workers, production sites, and even entire workshops. To enable using work centers, select MRP2 using the Planning by Material and Production Resources option. Work centers performing similar operations with similar quality but having different output can be grouped into a work center kind. In our case, it is a good idea to combine 3D printers into a work center kind. Open Master Data and Settings, Master Data, Companies, and create a business entity named SBS Manufacturing GmbH. Now open the Master Data and Settings, Master Data, Company Structure. Create the Central Dispatcher Department. Click the Change Hyperlink next to This is not a production department. Select the Dispatcher Department responsible for the production orders checkbox. This is a management department rather than a production one, so make sure no checkboxes are selected in the Manufacturer's Products block. Now, fill the production calendar. Click the Business Calendar link. The production schedule is specified here. You need to set the ending date of scheduled population period to the end of the year. The demo data is filled by default. Next, open the business calendar. Click Fill in by default. Click Save and Close. Click Save and Close again. Next, click Finish Editing and click Save and Close again. Create a department named Workshop 1. This department is a production unit. Select two checkboxes in the Manufacturer's Products section. By production orders, without production orders. Once these checkboxes are selected, the Production by Orders and Employee Work Accounting tabs become active. On the Employee Work Accounting tab, select that assigned work assignees are teams and employees. Select that the employee output is registered for a custom period. Click Finish Editing and click Save and Close again. Creating these two departments, the superior department was specified by default. As a result, we have a hierarchical structure. But it's not true for our company, SBS Manufacturing. Let's correct it. Now create the Workshop 2. This department is a production unit. Select two checkboxes in the Manufacturer's Product section. By production orders, without production orders. Next, go to the Production by Orders tab and select the Use Operation Management for Production Stages checkbox. Next, indicate that materials can be written off and finished products can be released during production. Also, select the Use Operation Planning checkbox. This means that the sequences of production operations will be automatically arranged in order and associated to work centers. Go to the Employee Work Accounting tab and fill it in the same way as for Workshop 1. Now, finish editing the department. Save and close. Now you need to create work centers according to the structure on the slide. 3D printers, varnish applications, and the harness cutting machine. To create work centers, go to Manufacturing, Master Data, Work Centers. Click Create on the left panel to create a work center kind. Specify the name of the work center kind as 3D printers. And choose the responsible department as Workshop 2. Select Use in Production Stages and Plan Operations or Work Centers checkboxes. Set maximum availability of the work center to 8 hours per day. The total availability for both 3D printers will be 16 hours per day, but you only need to specify it for one work center here. Click Save and Close. The next step is to create the work center based on the work center kind we've just created. Click Create on the right panel. Specify the name of the work center as 3D Printer 1. Don't fill the schedule, as it will be automatically inherited from the work center kind. In the work time factor field, you can specify how much of the total operation time this work center kind uses. We have two identical printers, so the work time factor is equal to 1. Save and close the work center. Create a copy of this work center and save it as 3D Printer 2. Now create a work center kind for the varnish application production site. This work center kind contains two work centers. Next, create a work center kind for the harness cutting machine. This work center kind contains one work center and the machine itself. Next, set the availability of the work center to use it while generating the production schedule. Go to Manufacturing, Master Data, Availability of Work Center Kinds. This is where we create schedules for work center kinds. Specify the department as Workshop 2. The work center kind we just created is now displayed in the table. We fill the period as the next month. Select all rows by holding Shift and clicking them. Click Fill in Availability. The daily schedule is now ready. The duration of work was assessed as 16 hours for 3D printers, 16 hours for varnish applications, and 8 hours for the harness cutting machine. That's because we have two 3D printers, two varnish applications, and only one cutting machine. Save changes. Now the anti-availability field value is set to generate a production schedule. Change it to generate a work center schedule. Set period. Click Fill in work schedules and save changes. In this lesson, we created and configured production departments and filled in their work schedules. This data will be necessary while setting up the bills of resources and filling in the documents for production without order. We can now choose a department where the production operations are performed. We created and filled work center availability for production planning. In the next lesson, we will proceed to creating the operation sheets that describe the production process as a set of technological operations. Good luck!